Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this episode we are going to be speaking about why is it that mediumship is so difficult. If you're new to the channel, my name is Psychic Medium Jordan Coburn and I can prove with evidence of the afterlife. I've helped thousands of people already on this earth plane to once again be able to reach out and contact their loved ones in spirit from the understandings and the teachings, and now it's your turn. Each and every one of you can become great mediums. In here at Help Heal Serve, we can give you the very foundations to forge your own unique understanding. Not to mention, we have the loving and supporting Help Heal Serve family. Also, thank you to all of the channel members. We've got loads of stuff coming to each and every one of you. Actually, it's a good point to actually bring it up. For the members, we are going to be making 2 training videos every week going forward. I know I haven't really done much as of recent, and I had promised I was going to, but life just got in the way. So we are going to be doing 1 video for the public, and we're going to be doing 2 training exercise videos every week for the members. Plus we're also doing the live streams every fortnight, so make sure you check out the scheduled live streams if you do have any questions. Why is it, do you think, that mediumship is difficult? We've got a few reasons, and I'm going to tell you the biggest problem. Mankind have what are called egos, and it's these egos that are built into each and every one of us that enable us to make things difficult, gives us the ability to make a very simple connection process become something so far out of reach. If you're not following us where I'm going with this, what you've got to realize is each and every one of you as human beings, you can all connect mediumistically. You can all do it. The problem is you have practitioners who, some of them can connect, some of them can't connect, and they end up going onto platforms. When they get onto a platform, because they don't want anyone else to think that you are capable or good enough to be able to do what they do, they then start introducing these sorts of suppression tactics, which will prevent you from being able to connect to the spirit world, thus making it much more complicated for you to be able to connect on a mediumistic level for yourself. What we've got to do is we've got to first strip away the BS of mankind. We've got to strip away every man-made notion, every theory, every ideology that has been implanted and put onto this planet by individuals who lack an understanding, and unfortunately through their own lack of knowledge of the spirit world, they have manifested fear at the forefront of each and every one of your minds. That's the first step. That's what we have to do in the first instance. Once we've done that, it becomes very easy, just like an onion, to peel an onion. We peel away the layers of the dilutions, all of these different things being the ideologies. We peel it all away. Then we are left with the core. This is what you need. This is what you are going to get from this channel. We are going to give you this simplified version of mediumship. We are going to give you the universal understanding of mediumship. We are going to give you what mediumship was always intended to be. But for that to take place, you've got to realize you as a person are not only capable of embarking on this journey, you've been led to this channel for a reason. Each and every one of you, if you put the hard work in, you put the time, you put the determination, the willpower, the commitment into the message of Help Heal Serve, into the educational videos on this channel, then guess what? You are going to see that you are going to start stepping away from mankind's theories, these fear-based notions, protection, rituals, all of these different things. The problem is with that cleanses, alignments, chakra, all of these different things. If you are buying into that, then why do you think mediumship is difficult? Because if you are willing to accept that mankind have the answers and the solutions to the problem being your connection, the problem is it's not going to work like that, because everyone's got their own ideas, everyone's got their own theories, and not 2 people are alike. There are people like myself who can prove with evidence. Yes, I am a human being, by the way. I'm not an alien like some people have suggested. Or a demon, as some people have suggested. But each and every one of you can absorb understandings that are going to benefit you. You can also follow the lead of the populace You can manifest fear of evil spirits, trapped souls, all of these different things that have been brought to this planet through none other than poor teachings. There is no such thing as a trapped soul. There is no such thing as a trapped spirit. There is no such thing as evil, wandering spirits. This is why, the reason why, and before any of you say like, well, why are you only bringing this up now? What's relevant about it? Sorry everyone, I've come to a new place and I'm not too sure where the best place is to walk, to be fair. Checking out the new equipment, as you can see. Why is it that you think it's relevant that I bring up evil spirits, malicious entities? Now, before a lot of you say, well, I've experienced it, John. I'm going to counter that. You've experienced something that you have had no comprehension of. The spirit world, the realms are what you depict as demons. They aren't evil. Mankind depict them as being evil because anything that is going to be able to help you or assist you in this life, mankind don't want you to know that. Mankind don't want you to be able to connect to your loved ones. Mankind want to exploit you, to make money out of you. Listen, I'll be completely honest, right? I could sit and make videos day after day. I do, don't I really? But I could do readings day after day. I could make an absolute killing on this. A killing. I could make a fortune, right? I could retire early if I wanted to. The problem is I'm not about that way of life. That's not me as a person. I'm here to help each and every one of you to be able to connect. That's why a lot of the times people get a little bit knocked with me because they're like, oh, Jordan can do readings. Do me a reading. Well, actually, no, that's not the way that this works. Any other person might jump at the chance of doing you a reading. However, I'm not here to just pacify. I'm not here to give you information to help you in these moments. I'm here to give you everything that your little heart needs and desires to be able to do this for yourself. If you are somebody who isn't interested in doing this for yourself, then I say this all of the time, don't waste my time. Like, seriously, well, you're not technically wasting my time. Well, what I would say is I would tell you to kind of think about what you want from this. Because when it comes into mediumship, you've got to remember that this is your personal journey. It doesn't matter what anyone else tells you, it doesn't matter what anyone else says, it doesn't matter what anyone else shows you. This ultimately comes down to you and your specific journey. Getting back to the point that I was trying to make with the evil spirits, right? You've probably heard us ranting about this before. I get loads of people in my comment section giving us Bible quotes. Listen. The Bible is there to condition each and every one of you to believe if you are bad, guess where you're going. If you're good, guess where you're going. Yeah. Both man-made concepts, neither of them exist. There is a universal energy which you will return to, but it is not of heaven and it is not of hell. Whilst a lot of you would like the idea of there being a hell, and let's be completely honest, I know a few people that would probably benefit from a dose of hell, but it's not the way that it works. It's, wow, the floor looked crazy there. It looked like it was just disappearing underneath my feet. It looked really weird. Yeah, so evil spirits, don't worry about them. That is going to be the biggest thing that's going to prevent you from connecting to the spirit world. I know it's difficult, right? And I know it's hard to sometimes even accept, because you might have come from a family where it's been a very religious family. You may have been somebody who has adopted mankind's notions from being very, very young. You may have even experienced something that you can't explain. Then you've got somebody like me saying there's nothing to worry about. You've got to remember why you panicked. You've got to remember why you were scared in those moments. It's because you had no understanding. You found this channel now. You can start to understand it. Whilst a lot of you might be like, oh, I don't want to understand it. It was scary. You know, the cupboard doors were opening on their own and stuff. Listen, the spirit world can't do that. They won't do that to scare you though. They'll do that to let you know that they're there. Same as the realms. The realms will do specific things in specific ways to show evidence. I mean, let's be completely honest. What is mediumship? Ask yourself the question, right? What is mediumship to you? I'll tell you what mediumship is to me. It is a clear known of evidence from the spirit world. If you can prove to somebody without any doubt, any morsel of doubt, that their loved ones are communicating through you in those moments, that, my friends, is mediumship. Not what you'll find on Tickety-Tocky and some of the other platforms where you've got people scamming and claiming for these mini readings, and oh, I bloody hate it, I really do. it really drives me crazy when I see somebody doing mini readings, and because really before you've even gotten into the reading, you've already devalued yourself as a person and as somebody capable of being able to do it. It's like going into a doctor and the doctor saying, well, I'm going to give you a mini diagnosis. I'm going to give you a mini surgery. It's like, no, you're not giving us any mini surgery, no mini diagnosis. I've come here for answers. I want direction, clarity and purpose. Remember those 3 words if you're becoming a medium, because them are going to serve you. Part of the message of help you'll serve. But yeah, could you imagine going into the doctor's, right, and the doctor's saying, I'm sorry, you need to sit down, I've got something really, really serious to tell you. Well, we've done some scans, and what it seems like is you've got something going on within your lung area. But I didn't fully check, I just done it mini. I've done a mini check. What would be the first thing that would come to your mind? The first thing that's going to come to your mind is why haven't you been struck off? Well, why is it that it's socially accepted for mediums to do exactly that in terms of a reading? Why is it that mediums will take the platforms and they will give people mini readings for a service? Listen, it stops. That's it. That's enough of that. It's happened for so long now. Mankind are sick of it. Something has to change. And I know there's going to be a lot of you who might do mini readings, and you might really detest me saying that because it might be your only source of income. What I would say to you is know your own worth. Stop doing mini readings and do full readings. And if you're like, well, actually, it's going to cost us more money. Well, yes, it's going to cost people more money, but they are not paying just for the reading. They are paying for your time. Start valuing yourself as listen, right, let's break it down like this a little bit differently for you. My readings are £140. Why do I charge £140? Well, first of all, because I know that I can prove with evidence. I know that I can take your hand and I can give you the information, the direction, the clarity that you need. That's not because I'm a greedy person, that's because that's my prices, that's what I charge. Each and every one of you might say, well, actually, I just charge £5 because I'm a loving soul. So stop that. The reason why you're charging £5 is because you don't want people to tell you you're wrong. If you are doing readings, right, which are like £140 a reading, and you get a minute fraction of that reading wrong, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the person's going to be like, oh, thank you, that was an amazing reading? Or do you think it's going to take to the bloody social media, they're going to try and out you as a fraud, they're going to, yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. And that's why a lot of people become complacent. A lot of people, rather than believing in their own connection and believing that they are good enough, they'll naturally slip into the slippery slope of just falling into these mini readings. Because a mini reading can be taken any way, can't it? It can be right, it can be wrong, depending on the way you're looking at it, depending on you as a person. If you get a mini, right, I'll tell you what, let's package it like this. Each and every one of you now, put yourself into a position. You've lost a loved one. You can't wait to communicate with them. You've got things going on in your world that you would like some confirmation on, some clarity. You go to somebody, you pay £5 for a mini reading. This mini reading, you turn up there shaking, you can see that you're vulnerable, you can see that, and for a good empath, somebody like myself and many of you who watch this channel, because there's no reason for you not to be, I've got many tutorial videos on how to hone in on the craft. But if you are an empathic person, before you've even connected mediumistically to a reading, to a spirit, to energy, to whatever you are connected to in those moments, you're reading this person's energy. So if Sandra comes to a reading and Sandra's just fell out with her friend, lost her boyfriend, fell out with her boyfriend, and you can detect that on her as a person, and you give a mini reading, all you say is, it's going to be all right, Sandra. Do you think that's a reading? Ask yourself the question, right? Ask yourself the question now. Never mind listening to me, never mind listening to my views or opinions. Ask yourself the question, are you happy to see people doing mini readings? Given the explanation, right, given the explanation that I've just given, you wouldn't go for a bus ride and the driver to say, well, I'm just giving you a mini bus ride. You wouldn't go to a school and get a mini lesson. You are going to get what you need. You're going to get everything that your little heart desires. You wouldn't see a soldier saying, oh, well, I'm just doing a mini fight. I'm not really getting involved with it, to be honest with you, because I'm just doing a mini fight. A race car driver, I'm just going to do a mini race. No, it's full circle. You are getting what you have put into it. You are getting out of it. This is why each and every one of you who kind of hit this part of the video still don't understand why it really boils me to the core that people are getting away with doing mini readings. it devalues what we are trying to achieve. It devalues not only them as a person and their capabilities, but it devalues everything about mediumship. Why is it that you won't and can't do mediumship? It's not through your own being, it's not through you as a person. You have the extrasensory abilities, you have the clair abilities like each and every other human being. The problem is mankind have managed to seep their ideologies into the forefront of your mind, which is gnawing away like a famished mouse. It's not allowing you to take that breath into the unknown. It's not allowing you to have the confidence, the conviction to be able to go and do readings for yourself. Stay away from all of these people who are doing mini readings. If you are somebody that does it, please listen to the words that I've just said there. And you might not like it, but it makes complete logical sense. There'll be a lot of people who will watch this and go, well, actually, I never thought of it like that, John. I never thought that if I went to the doctors and they'd give me a mini assessment, I didn't think of it like that. And that's the problem, right? Mankind for so long have been conditioned to believe that this is the norm. This is the way that's meant to be done. And this is what stops a lot of you from connecting, because each and every one of you not only have the capabilities, you are all worthy. You all have the potential to become great mediums. But in the first instance, you look at these people on social media, you look at these people who haven't got a bloody clue about what they're talking about, and you welcome their ideologies into your world. This is why it becomes very difficult for you to be able to participate in any spirit communication. I know I've went in a little bit hard there, right? But I really wanted you to understand the biggest flaw that you are going to find in mediumship. I wish I'd have been here before, you know, because it's quite a nice little place. We're just getting a new vlogging setup, so you're going to see a lot more vlogs coming to the channel also. And you know what happened in my vlogs? We go mental, we go scatty, don't we? We just tell it how it is. I love being out in nature. Nature's beautiful. It just kind of, and before anyone says, oh yeah, it grounds you, it roots, it doesn't bloody ground you. It just gives you a break from the materialistic. You come into here, for example, right? You come into here, it's trees. There's nothing here that resembles the outside world in terms of materialistic items. It's beautiful. 2 minutes out of here, you've got cars, you've got engines, you've got bloody trucks, you've got everything. And that's when you go back into that high octane life. So if you are somebody who is wanting to become a medium, what would my biggest suggestion be to you? First of all, keep watching this channel. And I don't say that because I need people to watch me. Listen, I've said this many, many times before. I don't care who likes me, who watches me, who doesn't watch me. I'll do this till the end of time. And guess what? I will prove, as I always do, with evidence and by my actions, that I can not just help people to connect, I can show you the spirit world. I can give you the tools that you need. If you are watching this channel and you ever think you don't fully understand something, that's why we have the Help Heal Serve family. That's why we'll have the live streams. There's literally not one little excuse that you can think of that would be like, I get it. It's always been a case where there's many different people out there. And listen, I'm not the only person who can do this. So if this is something that you don't like that I do, or something that I don't like that I say, then I would actively encourage you to find somebody else. Not because I don't like you as a person, but I want what is best for you as a person. If I'm not the educator to be able to give you that, which I very much doubt, or Spirit wouldn't have brought you to us, sometimes there's going to be other people out there who will be more than happy to help you, probably more than happy to take your money as well, to be fair, but I'm not really into that sort of stuff. The reason why I do all of this for free is because this is just a start. This is just the beginning of Help Heal Serve. I told each and every one of you when I think the last time I'd done a vlog, I'm sure it kind of went into this sort of topic. But we've got loads of plans for this channel, and each and every one of you are not just part of our family, not just part of our message. You're much more. You are the light in the darkness. You are the saviours of this planet. And when I say that, I don't mean that well, it does sound quite spiritual, doesn't it? And I don't mean it to sound that. I don't want it to sound that. But what you've got to remember is for centuries and centuries, right, mankind have been brainwashed into believing that mediumship is none other than a gimmick. Mediumship is none other than just some sort of thing. Each and every one of you who adopt this ideology, who adopt this message of a help, heal, serve, you are the breed of a new medium. Mediumship now is becoming beautiful once again. It's going to be majestical, as it should have always been. People all around this earth plane are going to be able to connect to their loved ones, not through you, but for themselves. Whilst, yes, you will be able to do readings for people, and I actively encourage each and every one of you to do them. Like my ethos. My ethos isn't to conform. It's not to just go along like it has been done before. I want to give people the tools to be able to do this for themselves. And if they don't want to do it for themselves, then don't let them waste your time, because obviously it's pointless. But if people genuinely come to you for readings, then you give them the tools to do the readings for themselves. Rather than creating a dependency for spirit communication, give people the tools to do it for free. And I get it, right? Financially, a lot of you might not be able to just do that. I fully get that. But for those of you who can, I would actively encourage each and every one of you to start thinking of it along them lines. It's much better to be able to help people for the entirety of their life so they can help themselves than them just coming back to you and spending money. Now, I know in a business sense, right, dependencies are good. Dependencies create a revenue so you can financially sustain your living in the materialistic. But that's where mediumship went wrong. It should never have been about money. It should never have been about egotistical practitioners claiming they can do things when they blatantly can't, using hedge words, phrases, the universal phrases. Do you have a male in spirit? Do you have a female in spirit? Well, I'm sorry, are you asking or are you telling? Because you've just given that there is a 50-50% chance that the individual receiving that reading is going to have one of them, isn't it? Let's be completely honest. I've got a J. Okay, well, let's be a little bit more specific. You're meant to be working with a spirit world. They are telling you that information. What do you mean you've got a J? I want the name. I want who they are to me. I want the evidence. That's what it comes down to, the evidence. And if you see some of these, and I get it, right? A lot of you have probably, for a long time, you might have not seen somebody like me. And I'm not saying that in a egotistical way, mindset, or even fashion. I'm just, tell it how it is. I'm straight to the point. That's why I work with the spirit world in the realms. A lot of people on this planet, you know, will only work with the spirit world. I work with what you call demons. Now, why did I get the name tag demons? First of all, coming back to the very beginning of this video, mankind's fear. Each and every one of you read the scriptures of man, the literature and books passed down from generation to generation about these demons and all of the, listen, at the end of the day, when have mankind ever helped you? When have mankind ever made something so simple for you to do? It's never, is it? It's never simple. There's always something more. There's always something extra. There's always something else that you've got to do. There's always, and that's the problem that you've got to understand. The reason why I don't give energy name tags, because that's what the realms are. I call them realms because I've got respect for them. But that's what they are. The energy, no different to the spirit world. Well, there's 7 realms in total, to be fair. Spirit being realm 1. So there's 6 additional other than spirit. Then we have angelic realms. We have many different things. But we'll be doing full videos on that. So I'm trying not to go off topic too much, even though I've already have, to be fair, spirit or shouting. For each and every one of you starting your mediumship journey, I applaud you. I really do. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because it's not easy, is it? It's not easy to want to follow your heart. It's not easy to want to take it upon yourself to help other people. It's not easy to be an empath. It's not easy at all in any way, shape, form, or stretch of the imagination. But there's one thing I will tell you. It's one of the most rewarding paths that you'll ever take. And I mean that in every way imaginable. Because I couldn't look at my life now without having mediumship in it. I really couldn't. I'm 35 now. Just turned 35. And my entire being, my entire life will be dedicated to working and executing readings for the spirit world and helping mankind to be able to help themselves. That's what I'm here for. That's literally my life purpose. That's all I'll ever do now. You're not going to see is I'll have my own TV show. I'll be doing loads of crazy stuff. You'll see is on my paranormal excursions where I'll have tables thrown, I'll have things. And that's not because, again, I don't want you to think I'm saying it because I'm special. This is something you can do. You've got to remember, I had that same mindset that you had at the very beginning of my journey. Well, I see that, right? And that's a bit of a porky pie in a sense, because I've never cared about what people think about me. I've never cared about what the populace for. I've never ever conformed. I've always been that one person who goes against every grain he can. And it's not, I now know why I've always been like that. It's been readying me for this journey that I'm on now. Because to me, what a lot of you think that you have to put effort in is just become so natural to me. It's fluent. I don't give a second thought to it. If I want to do a video on a specific topic that is going to cause upset among other people, I don't care. If it needs to be said in a specific way and it might hurt people, my words, I couldn't care less. It's going to get said. There's a reason why I do things in the way that I do, and there's a reason that I've been educated in the way that I've been educated by the spirit world. I know this has been a bit of a mad video, and it's kind of the first proper vlog that we've got here on the channel. You're going to see more. We're going to be going all over the place. We're going to start going to castles, to churches, if I can get in, because I've been bored from a lot of churches. Well, I say that, I've been bored from every church. If I can get into these places, I'm going to take some paranormal equipment and we're going to do some vlogs. Not too heavy on the paranormal side of things, but I just like being outdoors, and I think a lot of the time, very much like the car vlogs that I do, if you like the car vlogs, you'll see that I'm quite talkative when I'm just out and about. When I'm in front of a camera in the house, or should I say in the studio, right, there's a purpose for that video. There's always a purpose. There's a start and a finish, and there's everything in between. When I come outdoors like this, it's just a case of me being able to express me as a person, expressing to each and every one of you some of the things that I think you should acknowledge, some of the things that would help you. But mediumship, my friends, honestly, it's amazing. Each and every one of you are going to become great mediums. Each and every one of you have no excuse. We've got a full mediumship tutorial on this channel. Well, I say it's full, it's not completed yet, but I guarantee each and every one of you who are taking part of the How to Become a Psychic Medium series, I think it's on episode number 17 or 18 now, it's going to be over 200 videos. Listen, we don't mess on this channel. You haven't seen people likes of me before. This is, seriously, you're going to see that. We are just going to completely, every one of these individuals who've tarnished the mediumship sector, we are going to just absolutely obliterate it by good understandings. We're not going to have any back and forths with people, because that's not what we're about. We couldn't care less. People can do their own little thing in their own little worlds. That's not my problem. What is my problem is when mankind are being suppressed, mankind aren't being allowed to connect, mankind are being drip-fed this drivel, because that's all it is, it's drivel, and utter nonsensical notions about the spirit world, and that stops now. That won't be happening no more. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope the sound's coming through all right. I actually invested in complete new sound equipment. I know you're probably for Jordan, you just walk back and forwards and that, but I don't know where I am. I could have probably walked around a bit and that, but I've got to wait for some ND filters for this camera to come. I've just paid 800 quid for it as well, but I need to buy more stuff for it. I've got new mics as well, so hopefully outdoors the audio sounds pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comment section if there's anything that you didn't understand about that video. And remember, the purpose of this video was to tell you that, and hopefully I've shown it to you, there are so many problems in mediumship. Not with mediumship, but what mankind through their own arrogance and egos have created. It's like a spaghetti wormhole of just misunderstandings, theories, notions. And what we've got to do is we've got to carefully craft our way through that little tide, get to where we need to be, and get the clarity, direction and purpose that we need. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, check out the videos pinned at the top left and the top right. And until the next time, bye bye for now.